Hello, welcome to another Tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration with your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. And the painting I'm bringing you today is called Morning Sojourn. And it is a 3.5 by 3.5. It's a little guy, and painted it very recently, I would say. The thing is about this painting, it's based on a photo reference I took. My wife and I went out and were looking for some good coastal reference, and we left very early in the morning. So this is, I definitely play with the color in all of my work, and but I have to say that this scene looked very much like I painted it when we were there, which is beautiful, brilliant colors in the, first thing in the morning before the sun had come up. And of course, the Sojourn was one based on getting some good photo reference to make some nice paintings. And I've been focusing a lot more on doing coastal types of motifs lately because after my big foray with marketing 5-6 months ago, I just decided to concentrate on my local market here, and that is what sells out here, because we have beautiful, beautiful beaches, and we're famous for it, and or at least we're sort of famous for it anyway. It has been a good thing, and from my standpoint as a painter, for where I have developed to, I'm not, and in fact, I've never been the kind of artist that's been real keyed into having to paint certain subjects. It's actually more, I would define myself more in the negative there. There's just certain things I won't paint. Like, I don't particularly like painting buildings, and so I don't do it. I don't like painting cars. I do like drawing people, but I don't really paint them because I just want to specialize and get really good at landscape, and so that's what I do. But what particular form of landscape? It could be a country scene. It could be any type of scene. There's some trees and a sky. A bit of water is fine. I always liked a bit of water, but in the past I wasn't that into coastal scenes because I really didn't like dealing with the horizon too much. But I'm sort of over it now. I've found ways to handle it, and that I'm okay with, and so I feel really great about the work I've been doing, and I've been getting a pretty good response out here in New Zealand, and from people that see my work all over the globe. So it's been good, and I plan on keeping it going for a while. I'm not. Well, the other thing is, I should say, like this particular tree in this scene is a Pohuta kawa, which is a type of tree we have out on the coast here, and it doesn't grow all over New Zealand. Only in the northern part. It's pretty tolerant to salt water, though. I can tell you, you get these things right up on the edge of the ocean, and they're very beautiful trees. They're very interesting. They don't change color with the seasons. However, in the Christmas season, they get these very nice red flowers, which are kind of like what we call a bottle brush in the U.S. I'm sure it's related to the bottle brush tree because the flowers look very much like that, and so you get these interesting red tones. And also, I should say, when they drop their leaves, the leaves turn some very interesting colors when on the ground. There's many times I've taken photos of a Pohuta kawa leaf that's like a beautiful yellowish orange. Pardon me, got some frog in my throat there. Against some rocks or gravel or whatever, and it looks very nice. But they don't tend to change. The leaves don't tend to change color while on the trees. And now I've taken lots of attempts at painting Pohuta kawas, but the big challenge is always the fact that they have a very interesting, like, multi-trunk sort of structure. So you get several trunks coming out from where the ground is, instead of one trunk that goes out into some bigger branches. So that can provide quite a few challenges, and it makes for some good photo opportunities. But as far as paintings, and I've talked about this in the past, I really don't like to get too quirky with my trees, so It's a happy medium that gets struck, and I've been very very happy with my progress in that regard, and being able to simplify things. That's really the challenge. You know, as a painter, you can't just and I've talked about this a million times, but I'll talk about it again because we're always getting new people here on the channel and on my blog and stuff. And what I'm going to say is about photography and using it as a reference instead of, say, going out and doing plein air painting. But the same concept applies either way. If you're a painter, you have to simplify things. You can't just sit there and copy every little detail, because 9 times out of 10 what you'll produce will be uncomfortable to look at. Now, I will say that some of these photorealistic artists sell a lot of work. So take if what you're after is selling work, then you may sell a lot of work with your extensively detailed paintings, but in my view it isn't really good painting. Good painting is about setting up a scene that goes right into the viewer's brain. They don't have to scan it and recreate the picture in their brain, which is what people do with photographs, is what people do with reality. We only see about, if you move your hand away from your face about a foot away and make a circle about 1.5 inches with your fingers, that's the amount of anything that you see in focus at any given time. And what happens is the eye scans the scene so rapidly that we are providing all the focus, almost all the focus in the scene with our minds. What we actually see in focus is a very small amount of the scene. Now, this is just a byproduct of how humans see, and I'm not the only guy that's communicated about this. I mean, in fact, any accomplished artist would know it. But it took human beings a while to figure this out, surprisingly, and this is what explains why a lot of old paintings are just suffused with extreme amounts of detail, and including landscape paintings like the Hudson River guys, who were amazing, absolutely amazing. But my main critique of their work is this detail issue, where everything in the scene is extremely detailed, and so it's not a major strain to create that image in your mind, but it's like it is a bit of a strain, and I think just that painting should just go right in. That's my agenda as an artist, and a different painter might have a different agenda. So of course you're getting my opinions here, and that's where I'm going to be on good solid ground. Anyway, getting close to the end, thank you for joining me today. New subscribers, thank you so much for joining. And old subscribers, thank you for hanging around. And if you like this video, please click like. And if you think someone else might want to see it, please share it. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'll be back real soon. Meanwhile, take good care and stay out of trouble.